to a great night of hoops. You can feel the excitement in the air for this game. It's part of the NBA Cup. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Keontae George.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. And for Utah, they've got Kyle Anderson. Also Jusuf Nurkic out there. Keontae George out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. When it comes to this time of the season, Grant, what are teams most focused on?
Well, B.A., it's getting the defense in order. That's a priority. An offensive system can take some time to perfect, but a team has to sort out its defensive identity early.
Now here's SGA. Rebounded by Nurkic. Markkanen with it. Caruso covers. Down low. Oh, swiped away. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Well, you see Hartenstein using both the size and the strength to his advantage. Nicely done.
Now George. 23 points his last outing. Pass to Nurkic. With the floater. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. Doris, while he's selective about it, Jusuf Nurkic has added a 3-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Jusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
And he drops the first. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play. Defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. George passes to Nurkic, and that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Boy, it is early to pick up that second foul. Now you have to navigate how you want to defend.
Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's George. Markkanen outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Kicks it to George. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach thinks that they can push Chet Holmgren out of the comfort zones, and he's okay with making him a jump shooter. He said on the perimeter, he may as well be any shooter. We can guard that. Once he's on the inside, though, the advantage is his. So we have to prevent that as much as we can. Back to you, Brian.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. George against SGA. George with it. Big-time contributor on offense. Just over 22 points a game. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. That'll put Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on the line. It goes on Keontae George. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
Yeah, you can see the power game that Jusuf Nurkic has in his tool bag. That's a strong finish.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 35 points his last game. Wallace outside. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls. SGA's got 7.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Jazz trail by 6. Outside, Anderson. George passes to Anderson. Utah moving the ball around. They double him with Holmgren. Nurkic finds Anderson. Markkanen from long range. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And let's have a look at the current NBA scoring leaders. Second is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's proven to be an essential part of their offensive efforts, always playing hard on that end and ensuring they come up with points.
Here's Sensabaugh. 17 points in his last outing. Nurkic's shot is good.
Well, everyone knows foul line and down is where Jusuf Nurkic does his best work.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Wallace outside. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Caruso outside. Back to SGA. 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 9.
Boy, that's just a vet move right there. Night in, night out. Gilgeous-Alexander, such terrific awareness.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. 6-point game. Pass to Markkanen. This one for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've got 6 of 8 shots to go. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, there's a craftiness to the play of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shifts the defense around to get his teammate an open look.
And here's George. Yet to see a basket. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Here's George. Pass to Markkanen. Outside, Anderson. 6 to shoot. Back to Markkanen. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Thunder leading by 8. Wallace, the pass to SGA. Jacks up a 3. Utah grabs the miss. A tough loss coming against the Lakers in their last game played.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Pass to Caruso. It's Wiggins on the wing. Caruso against Markkanen. Clock at 6. Now here's SGA. There's the triple. And he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. Now George. No points so far. Pass to Markkanen. To win the cold spell. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Shot by Nurkic, no good.
Boy, the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Caruso against Markkanen. It's stolen by Nurkic. Fast break, Utah. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, just tremendous fast break play from Kyle Anderson. Getting easy buckets, so important to a team's success.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. SGA passes to Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And SGA throws it down.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Markkanen for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Thunder have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. On the wing, Caruso. It's guarded by Markkanen. Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Jazz trail by 7. Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Utah.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. And they call an illegal screen here. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at Oklahoma City, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And of course the Jazz, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
Right now for the Thunder, I think we all knew they were going to be a dangerous team, but to their credit, they have lived up to those expectations. They're just not a team you want to face right now.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately. Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by George.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
And how about the Thunder? Doris last season bringing home the first major professional sports title in the state of Oklahoma.
And what a fan base they have celebrating this historic achievement. And you think about the way this roster was built. Through smart draft choices, through player development, and through a young, brilliant basketball coach. This team remains young, they're united, they're together, and it could be the first of many.
Here's Williams. After the basket by Utah. Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 now.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Oklahoma City squad. Jazz. Filipowski, he's checked in for Anderson, and it's Collier in for Sensabaugh. Then for Oklahoma City, Jang comes in for Williams, and Mitchell subbed in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Markkanen up top. Dort defending. Markkanen sets a screen for three. Collier. The rebound by Wiggins. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Joe. Off the mark there with a 3. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And the Thunder in possession here, following the bucket by Utah. Dort outside. Pass to Jang. Rebounded by the Jazz. George scanning the floor for 3. Collier. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Pass to Joe. Here's Wiggins. Back to Joe. And here's Dort. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Clock at 4. Here's Mitchell. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
1:33 left in the first quarter here. Back to George. Out to the right wing. Pass to Filipowski. From the high post. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now. His first miss. Thunder with a lead. On the wing, Mitchell. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
A guy like this with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Here's George. 5 points in the game. Now here's Markkanen. Back to George. Takes a 3. Doesn't go for him. Thunder leading by 3. Dort outside. Wiggins outside. Joe on the wing. Jang in the post. Nurkic is there. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Wiggins. From deep, Mitchell. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
George with it. Pass to Collier. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got assist number 5 here tonight. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Kyle Filipowski is out there with Bailey. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Collier in at the 1. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the 2nd. You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Doris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
And it's Mitchell, the miss. Utah trailing here. Pass to Filipowski. That one's good. This game is all even.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. There's a screen by Wiggins. Mitchell, good. Mitchell's got 9.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Just over a minute has passed here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Collier. He has 7. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Love. Here's Collier, 6 to shoot. And here's Bailey for 3. It's not going to go for him. A tight game here in Utah. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the 2nd and last game of a quick homestand.
And look at those moves in the post and the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim. The Jazz have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the 2nd. Love, a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Mikhailuk, and here's Filipowski. Here's Collier. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Cuts off the pass. And they're on the break. Here's Joe. And the finish with the layup. And now a 6-point Thunder lead.
Smart. Get out in front. Finish the break with authority.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Utah shooting about 60% for the game. Here's Collier. Check by Mitchell. Pass to Love. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
These are his first free throws of the game. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Utah timeout called.
A different look for Utah. Anderson's checked in for Love. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Bailey. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Mikhailuk.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Good on the second one. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans, but all-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. And they get it back. And the shot goes in. Holmgren's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Collier. 7 points in the game. Over Mitchell. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the Thunder were already a tough defensive unit, Doris. Went out and got more stoppers last season in Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso.
It is a prerequisite for Mark Daigneault that you be able to guard your backside off on the defensive end. They lean into their strengths. They were the best of the West in 2024, and then you go out and get better. That front office is first level good, so good.
And on lottery night, the Utah Jazz sliding back to the 5th pick, Doris.
BA, I know for the fan base, obviously that's disappointing. Everybody wants the top pick, or they're hoping for at least a top 3 pick. But here's the key for the Utah Jazz. They have put in place an organization of leadership that will make good decisions over a span of time. This isn't a one draft wonder. This is about building out over time and getting a sustainable roster.
That one misses. And despite their historic regular season success, OKC still had their doubters around the league, Graham.
Yeah, BA, and it was verging on disrespect if you ask me. But youth and inexperience counted against them. Now, they knew their true test would come in the playoffs, and they passed it with flying colors, taking home the championship.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. That free throw good from Holmgren. When it comes to the scoring ability of Chet Holmgren, there's a lot to talk about, Doris.
Oh, come on, BA. This guy is 7'1" and a sweet shooter from long range. He can put it on the deck and get to the mid-range. He can finish at the rim. Oh, my goodness, look out.
Both good from the line that time.
Boy, you think about the size and skill set that should allow Chet Holmgren to be very good for a very long time.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. With a 9-footer, connects. The jumper drops. Sensabaugh's got his second bucket of the night. And SGA has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. 6-point lead. Here's the 3. The rebound by Markkanen.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Anderson. Rejected by Holmgren.
Oh, Chet Holmgren meets that one at the rim. Nicely done.
Outside Joe. Outside Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound, Utah. Here's Collier. Give him 8 points now. To the inside. Here's Filipowski. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the bucket by Utah. Knocks down the step-back J. SGA's got 15 points.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that three-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, speaking fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help.
Utah making a switch here. Nurkic just checked in. Then for Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And it's Wallace in for Jones. Nurkic against Hartenstein. Outside, Anderson. Markkanen with a screen on Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. Dort with a steal. Over Markkanen. The shot by Dort, no good. Jazz trail by 6. Inside. Nurkic shot is good. Nurkic just got 9.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Pass to Dort. Fires the 3. Shot's good. SGA making the play. Dort's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Boy, tremendous job having hands ready, feet prepared. Catch and shoot opportunity for Lou Dort is good.
The Jazz have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Clock at 6. 4-3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 15 points in the game. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Wallace outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Jazz trail by 7. Pass to Sensabaugh. Launches a 3. Nails it from 3. 7 points in the game.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And you look at his 33 points a game. A terrific weapon on offense.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
For Utah, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Here's Collier. SGA covering. Here's Sensabaugh. He has 7. Good D by Wallace. Thunder leading by 6. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
Utah's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Here's Collier. Give him 8 points now. They set the pick. Markkanen, the pass to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by Holmgren. Sensabaugh, no good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back to you.
Sharing the rock. Allie, appreciate the report. Now here's Nurkic. Shoots over SGA. Shot by Nurkic, no good. Wallace outside. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, SGA. Outside for Dort. The 3. Hardenstein passes to SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander showing off his skills inside.
Yeah, this is just bread and butter, folks. SGA lives inside the painted area.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Sensabaugh. He has 7. To win the drought. It's stolen by SGA. Pass to Wallace. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Bam! Chad rocking the rim.
Nothing like a big man who understands how to play in pick and roll. Holmgren, excellent execution.
Utah with the ball. Down by 12. Here's Collier. Give him 8. And here's Nurkic.
2 minutes remaining.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
Man, the defender really went after him.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
George, he's checked in for Utah. Wiggins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Caruso comes in for Dort. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Now here's Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And that's the risk you run when you leave him in with 2 fouls.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City.
Number 6, Jalen Williams.
Jazz trail by 10. There's 1:47 left in the second quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And here are the Thunder now, following the bucket by the Jazz. To the middle. And SGA throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. For Utah, they've gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
Their poor ball handling is really costing them. They've given up 4 points off turnovers.
1:11 left in the first half. Wiggins outside. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA takes it himself. Williams from long range. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Markkanen looking it over. Pass to Nurkic. There's the double team with Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Man, we talk so often and appropriately about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as a scorer. How about that dime?
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. A 12-point game. Here's Sensabaugh. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And here's Caruso outside. Shot's good. SGA making the play. SGA's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Utah Jazz.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
And now let's see what the NBA power rankings are starting to look like.
You look at the Jazz, not a lot of expectations for them so far, but they put together a nice little streak.
And you look at this team, the roster they have, they seem primed to take a big leap. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Taking a look at the Thunder. SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. And it's Caruso in at the 3. And stolen by Hartenstein. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Thunder leading by 15. Outside, SGA. The bank shot, no good. The Jazz shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. And the more experience George gets, the more confident he looks.
Well, Keontae George is an excellent athlete. He's got positional size to play the lead guard, but he's got to develop as a playmaker. He took that step this past season, and we know this. The guy is elite athletically. Like, there's a lot of good building blocks here.
First free throw is good.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
George hits them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Wallace outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Jazz trail by 13. Now here's George, and there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul so far. And stolen by Caruso.
You know, the second half has been a series of distractions for him. After one turnover in the first, it's been a disaster.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Pass to Sensabaugh. Outside, Anderson. There's a screen by Nurkic. Anderson passes to Nurkic. Count the basket. Nurkic has got 13.
Boy, what a night for Jusuf Nurkic. They have gone to him time and again, and it's paying off.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Holmgren with a screen on Markkanen. Here's Caruso. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. 9 points in the game.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
George with it. He has 7. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Check it out, the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been scorching the Nets from range the last 10 games. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
Here's Markkanen. And on offense, he's been a force, scoring over 30 a game. Fires the 3. George gets it to go on the assist by Markkanen. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Inside. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Sensabaugh, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Markkanen outside. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 9. 5 on the clock. Back to Markkanen. For 3, George. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Wallace. He's covered closely. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by the Jazz. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
I tell you, if you're Gilgeous-Alexander and you can get out in transition and get yourself an easy bucket, boy, that's money in the bank.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 6 assists in the game. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Outside, SGA. And here's Caruso. 9 points in the game. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Pass to Wallace. The 3-ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. Wallace has got 5 points.
You want to talk about a selfless big. Hartenstein spots an open teammate. I promise you he's going to put it on time and on target.
Over to the wing. Anderson for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. SGA with it. Guarded now by George. They get it again. Second chance effort. And it's laid up and in by Holmgren. He's got 12.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Nurkic against Hartenstein. Shot by Nurkic, no good. Thunder leading by 19. To the middle. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh my goodness. With authority, Isaiah Hartenstein.
Utah's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Anderson. Here's Sensabaugh. Watch by Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? Good D by Wallace. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Caruso, the pass to SGA. And SGA throws it down.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Pass to Sensabaugh. George sets a screen. Here's Sensabaugh. Watch by Wallace. Lets a 3 fly. Sensabaugh, no good.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
13 feet out. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. SGA's got 27.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Doris, from the 11th pick in 2018 to last year's league MVP, how did Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make that kind of leap?
Well, you don't get there without incredible work habits. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts time in the offseason to grow every single aspect of his game. There's also maturity he plays with beyond his years. You can't speed him up. He's a 3-level scorer, and he contributes to one of the most dangerous defenses in the league.
Now here's SGA. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Markkanen against Caruso. Here's George. And the layup is good off the glass. George has got 7 points here in the quarter.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Wallace outside. Back to Caruso. Outside, SGA. George with the block. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Collier, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Dort, he's checked in for Caruso. Utah's gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. George outside. Outside, Anderson. Nurkic, a screen on Holmgren. Anderson passes to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Boy, that's textbook screen and roll action. You can see why they involve Nurkic in these sets. So savvy.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Tries the spin move. Yep, that one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 29.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
George, a screen on Dort. Pass to Anderson. Here's Collier, down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from 3-point range.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well. Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Challenging stretch here for Utah. Pass to Sensabaugh. Nurkic, a screen on Dort. Nurkic high post. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And the Thunder in possession here. SGA passes to Hartenstein to the wing on the left. And here's SGA outside. Anderson pulls it down.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Anderson with a screen on Holmgren. George passes to Anderson. Shoots over SGA. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Solid defense there. You are just trying to make an interior shot a difficult shot, and that's what happened.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Wallace. Puts up a deep three. Utah with the rebound. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Anderson. And here's George. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 to shoot. Over Dort. Sensabaugh, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Rebound, Utah. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Collier. Kicks it to George. Pass to Sensabaugh. Dort against Anderson.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
There's a herky-jerky movement to what Kyle Anderson does. So difficult to guard him without fouling.
The free throw drops for Anderson.
What I love about Kyle Anderson is he uses his size and length to his advantage, and he has to because he's not the most athletic guy.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Filipowski, he's checked in for Nurkic. Markkanen comes in for Sensabaugh. And Bailey subbed in for George. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Joe's checked in for Wallace. And Mitchell subbed in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Mitchell. He's got 11. Dort outside. Pass to Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Collier. A minute and a half left in the third. Filipowski sets a screen. Clock at 6. Into the lane. Now here's Markkanen. Dort defending. Here's Bailey. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
The drive by Mitchell. Stolen by Anderson. Fast break, Utah. Markkanen right side. Banked it in off the glass. Markkanen's got 5 points.
Well, get the ball and go to work. Markkanen using his size to great effect inside.
59 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Dort. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Utah making a switch here. Mikhailuk's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Dort.
Lou Dort earned his way into the NBA because of what he brings on the defensive end. He is stout, he's not going to back away from a challenge, and now he's knocking down threes. Those players in high demand.
Now here's Markkanen. 5 points in the game. Pass to Collier. Shot clock at 6. Cans it with nobody near him. 10 points for him.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Dort outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Boy, that's a savvy move by Lou Dort on the inside. Gets himself the whistle.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
And so he's able to get one of two. Here's Bailey. No made baskets yet. Pass to Collier. And there's the lob. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. A tremendous offensive output. He's got 29 tonight. We'll be right back after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Collier is out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Bailey. And it's Filipowski in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. And here's what the Utah Jazz schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors.
And that game against Houston, I'm sure they've been waiting for that one, and they're eager to see how they measure up against a quality opponent.
Pass to Collier. Here's Mikhailuk, covered by Joe. Now Filipowski. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bailey. Dort defending. Rejected by Holmgren.
Holmgren gets the challenge up and sends that thing back.
Wiggins passes to Mitchell. Dort outside. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Down low. And the layup is good. And the Thunder lead by 21. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Thunder.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And it's Utah with the ball. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Wiggins.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
They set the pick. Mitchell with the ball. Picked up by Markkanen. On the break. Here's Bailey. Out to the wing. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Doris, over the last few years, the NBA has done an outstanding job with replay, expanding its uses.
Well, you say outstanding job. For some, they would tell you that the replays and the reviews are taking far too long. For me, I have no problem with the time it takes because ultimately these are game-deciding, series-deciding, and often job-deciding outcomes. Let's get it right.
Here's Mitchell. That one rolls around and rims out. Jazz trail by 21. Pass to Collier. Now Markkanen. And he banks in the layup.
I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Thunder leading by 19. Outside Joe. Now here's Dort. Pass to Mitchell. He takes it in. And Mitchell with the slam.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. No coverage that time. Markkanen's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he comes out of the locker room, and all of a sudden, he's a different guy.
Now Mitchell. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. He's checked in for Utah. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Collier. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Jazz trail by 18. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Pass to Filipowski. Over Wiggins. And it's Filipowski. That time on the assist from Collier. Collier's got 5 assists in the game. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Puts the move on. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Thunder.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
Oklahoma City leading by 16. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Outside Joe. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Dort outside. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And it's SGA missing. The Jazz have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Collier. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey. Puts it up from the high post. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Joe. And he lays it up and in. And the Thunder lead by 18.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
The Jazz shooting about 43% since the fourth quarter began. Pass to Bailey. Filipowski with it. Here's Bailey, and there's a 3-second violation.
He pushed a little too hard there trying to close the gap. And yes, he paid the price.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Anderson's checked in for Filipowski. Sensabaugh comes in for Bailey. And it's George in for Collier. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Joe. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Pass to Sensabaugh. Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
Here's Wallace. The Jazz making their last shot. Takes the three. Anderson pulls it down. Jazz trail by 18. Takes a 13-footer. The Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Wallace, right side. Pass to Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist from Dort. And that's now 10 points for Isaiah Hartenstein. The Jazz have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, Sensabaugh.
And he knocks down the first one.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Caruso, he's checked in for Dort. And so he hits both. Oklahoma City leading by 18. And here's SGA to the paint. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
The Jazz shooting at 49% so far in the game. Back to George. There's a screen by Nurkic. George's shot is off.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
To the middle. Here's SGA. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in just the second half. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Nurkic a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. 19-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Nurkic has got 21 points in the game. Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Now here's SGA. He's closely guarded. Pass to Wallace. There's a screen. Caruso, left side. Clock at 6. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, had his angle and his feet set. Alex Caruso off the catch. Yes, sir.
Here's George. Now Anderson. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah moving the ball around. George outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
It's on Cason Wallace. Doors for teams looking to trade away a big money player. It seems the landscape is getting more challenging.
BA, to me, roster construction is one of the single most difficult things in this league. First and foremost, there are rules in place that restrict salary acquisition. The other piece of this is there are now second aprons in place. So it's not just roster construction, it's sustaining a quality roster over time and keeping that continuity. Success in this league is tough.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Pass to Hartenstein. Uses the glass on the layup. Hartenstein's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Well, Isaiah Hartenstein is a handful to deal with, folks. If he's that close to the bucket, look out.
Here's Sensabaugh. And here's Nurkic. George outside. There's the 3. The Thunder with the rebound. Holmgren's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Floats one. In deep. Caruso drops it in. Caruso's got 9 points here in the second half.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now here's Anderson. And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, BA, some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league.
Oklahoma City leading by 23. Wallace outside. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Back to Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Holmgren.
2 minutes.
Lets it go from deep. Utah with the rebound. Markkanen outside. And Markkanen with the stuff.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. 1:49 left in the fourth. Caruso outside. Pass to Holmgren. Stolen by Anderson. Here's the break. Caruso against Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. 5 to shoot. Good D by Wallace. Thunder leading by 21.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Thunder.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them, it was the efficiency with which he did it.
That one falls.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sensabaugh. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for Utah, Sensabaugh, taking 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Here's Mitchell. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. And with tonight's win, they're now 2-0 in the NBA Cup.
Yeah, just a fantastic start to the group stage. They're in the driver's seat in this group. A strong finish, and they'll advance.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Shai, you were using those long arms to be disruptive on the defensive end. What's your focus at that end of the floor?
I'm just trying to be as active as possible. And like you said, getting my length involved, something I've been blessed with, and I just want to use it.
That activity, that length was noticed. Congratulations.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.